Today I'm making crispy, crunchy, golden fried Milanesa and Mexican rice loaded with fresh veggies. Let's get started. So I'm going to start with making the rice, and I have whole cumin seeds with black peppercorn, and I'm taking like 1.5 teaspoons and I'm going to grind that up. That's going to go into the rice. I'm also going to add tons of fresh veggies. Here I have 1 potato, a zucchini. I'm also going to add fresh carrot, 2 of these. Here I have some sweet corn, this is 2 ears, and some fresh cilantro and white onion. So I'm just going to prep and chop everything in large chunks. I like to put large chunks of veggies sometimes in my Mexican rice. I also sometimes like to use the mixed vegetables that come in the freezer section, those bags. It all works. So in a preheated pan, I'm going to add some cooking oil. And here I have 2 cups of rinsed and dried rice. I kind of let it hang out in the strainer, and I am going to toast this over medium heat until the rice becomes fragrant and a light golden color. This is going to take some time. Here I'm going to add my onion. I just chopped it going in. I'm also going to add the ground cumin and black peppercorn. And just give that a mix, continue the saute, and as you can see, the rice is getting that golden color, and it's very fragrant and aromatic. And I'm using long grain rice, by the way. Here I'm going to add my potato and carrot because those do take the longest to cook, so I want to give them a head start. And just mix that in to the pan. At this point, I'm still working with a medium heat. Here I'm going to add 2 cloves of garlic that I minced and give that a quick saute. I don't want to burn anything. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon powder, or it's tomato flavored chicken bouillon powder. Next, you'll want to add 8 ounces of tomato sauce. And I'm going to squeeze that out there. And now just give that a mix into the pan. At this point, I'm going to add my chopped zucchini. You'll notice I just left everything chunky, and just saute that quickly with everything else. You'll want to crank up the heat and add your chicken broth. I am going to add 32 ounces of chicken broth plus a cup of water. Essentially 5 cups of liquid. Here's the cup going in. And now I'm going to add my fresh corn and some fresh cilantro right on top. Okay, cover with the lid. And once it comes up to a simmer, just like this, I am going to lower the heat slightly, and at this point I'm going to time it, and I'm going to let it cook for 15 to 18 minutes, no lifting the lid. Okay, for the Milanesa, I'm going to pound out these thin steaks. They're already thin, but I like to pound them out to sort of tenderize because it's kind of a cheap cut of meat. And here I place them all in a bowl. And what I'm going to do, instead of dredging them in flour and then egg, I'm just going to mix the egg and flour like a batter. So 1 large egg with 2 tablespoons of water, and now I'm going to add maybe like 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and you're just going to give that a really good mix. It's going to make like a thick batter. And now I'm going to season my steak meat with this blend of salt, pepper, and garlic, and I'm eyeballing. Use like 1 teaspoon. That works for this. This is a pound of meat. Here I have some onion powder. Now I'm just going to add that egg and flour mixture. By the way, if you just add egg and flour, you want to add a little water. It helps to kind of smooth it out. So just coat all of the meat pieces, and you might have to separate it because it is thin, and just make sure it's coated in this thick batter. Now I am going to crush 1 sleeve of saltine crackers. Actually, for this recipe, 2 sleeves of saltine crackers would work. I only had 1, so I'm going to add like 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs into the mix. So I'm going to crush this with a wooden spoon in this baggie. And that's going to be the coating. My tia makes some of the best Milanesa, and she always uses crackers, so I love it like this. So I'm going to take my coated thin beef steak pieces and just dredge it into the cracker crumbs, or the crushed crackers, and give it a firm press just to make sure the cracker coating just kind of sticks properly. And that's it. It's done. And you just repeat the process for all of your slices of meat. Okay, so that's ready. By the way, the rice, after it cooked, I just let it set with the lid on, and it's done. So now, in preheated cooking oil, I'm going to shallow fry these pieces of coated beef steak. And it literally takes minutes, probably 1.5 minutes on each side. You want to make sure that your fry oil is preheated to around 350 to 355 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm just going to fry these until it's cooked through and golden brown, crispy on the exterior. Super easy, and it does go quick because these are thin pieces of meat. By the way, I love this to be extra crispy and fried, so some of you might think it's sort of like overcooked the way I'm doing it, but I just like a crispy exterior. But you know, I'll leave that up to you. Yeah, this is good. So the rice and the meat are ready. Serve with the side salad, and it's a good meal. So I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.